When Grandma's in her garden, she grows the nicest things. Vegetables and berries and all a garden brings. She waters when it's thirsty and digs up any weeds. Oh, her plants grow strong and healthy from tiny little seeds. We give to one another and help each other grow, said Grandma to the rabbit made out of calico. We have important business. Please, won't you lend a hand? Hop to the land of Pleasant as quickly as you can. You'll meet a girl named Janie, and she must learn from you to always do for others what love would always do.
Where am I? And how did I get into this garden? I must be dreaming.
Janie looked at the rows and rows of vegetable plants lined up like little green soldiers.
Oh, this is a dream come true. I've always wanted to have a neat little garden to work in.
Right in the middle of the garden stood a smiling scarecrow. He was wearing a large straw hat filled with hat pins, and a note was fluttering from one of his outstretched arms. Janie rushed over to read it. Dear Janie, it said, this garden is for you to keep, and soon the time will come to reap. Always think of others, too, for that's the thing that love would do.
Oh, this will be great.
Janie grabbed a nearby hoe and began weeding the garden.
Hello there. I see you're already hard at work. My, you're an unusual-looking rabbit. What's your name?
Well, my name's Rick Rack, but you're the unusual one. You have no pattern on your cloth. Your face is one plain color, and you have no stitches holding you all together.
Well, I'm not made out of cloth at all.
That's very unusual. I thought everyone was made of cloth, especially here in the land of Pleasant. Say, what's your name?
I'm Janie, and this is my garden. Would you like to help me weed it, Rick Rack?
Well, sure. I'd be glad to.
The rabbit began to sing as he worked.
Hop to it and do it. 1, 2, 3. And when you're done, you'll see how fun work can be. Hop to it and do it. 1, 2, 3. And when you're done, you'll see how fun work can be. Have you seen a garden grow without a rake and hoe or a dusty kitchen shelf get up and dust itself? Have you ever seen a dish get washed with just a wish? It doesn't work that way. You might as well just say, hop to it and do it. 1, 2, 3. And when you're done, you'll see how fun work can be. Hop to it and do it. 1, 2, 3. And when you're done, you'll see how fun work can be.
What kind of vegetables are these growing in this garden, Rick Rack? They sure are big.
Those are pop beans. Over by the fence are some pop peas. And these here are my favorite, pop carrots.
Why do you call them that?
You'll find out when harvest time comes. That should be very soon now.
Just then, a stripy skunk came stumbling down the road beside the garden. He was pushing a heavy wheelbarrow full of flower bulbs, but the load was too heavy for him. Please, little girl, won't you help me push my wheelbarrow home, he said. I must plant these bulbs before the frost comes.
I'm sorry, I'm too busy.
Very well, he said.
Maybe you should help, Janie.
I have enough work of my own to do.
The skunk lifted the handles of the wheelbarrow and stumbled on his way. Janie just kept on working. All that was important to her was weeding the garden. A few moments later, a speckled squirrel came down the road carrying a great load of acorns. His arms were so short, though, that many of his acorns were dropping to the ground. "Oh, please, little girl, won't you help me carry these acorns home?" he said. "I must finish storing them before the snow comes."
I don't have time to help you.
"Oh, well, all right," said the squirrel. He gathered the acorns and continued on his way. Rick-Rack hopped up next to Janie.
That little squirrel sure could use some help from someone with larger arms, Janie.
Janie pretended not to hear. She just kept on working in the garden. Soon a bandy beaver came down the road pulling a very large log. "Please, little girl, won't you help me pull this log to the stream?" he said. "I must finish building my dam before the rains come."
I'm very busy. I cannot help you or anyone else.
"I guess I'll just have to do it alone then," he said. The beaver grabbed one end of the log and went on his way.
You should have helped him. The garden is not as important as someone who needs help.
Why should I help the skunk or squirrel or beaver? Not one of them offered to help me.
Well, that may be true, Janie, but the time may come when you need their help. So remember to treat others the way you want to be treated. Love be your school, and you will do unto others as you'd have them do unto you. If you ever have a problem, put it to the test, then your plan of action will always be the best. Always treat your neighbor how you want them to treat you. Just pretend that you are him, and you'll know what to do. Love be your school, and you will do unto others as you'd have them do unto you. If you want to learn the golden rule, just let love be your school, and you will do unto others as you'd have them do unto you.
That's a fine idea. But why should I be the one to start it? Let them be nice to me first. Then I will be nice to them.
Suddenly, the ground began to shake. It made a deep rumbling sound. Janie and Rick-Rack fell to the ground.
Oh, no! It's happening too soon! We're not ready!
What's happening?
Quick, grab a hat pin and follow me!
Janie ran to the scarecrow and pulled a pin from the straw hat. Then she caught up with Rick-Rack, rushing through the garden.
Rick-Rack, what's that?
Janie saw a huge carrot pushing up out of the ground. Farther and farther it came until it was all the way out. Janie expected it to fall over, but it didn't stop. It began to rise up, up, up into the sky, looking like a big, long, orange balloon.
It's a ripe pop carrot. We've got to catch it.
Janie watched Rick-Rack hopping after the carrot. Just as it began to sail away, he poked it with a hat pin. Pop! The giant carrot slowly floated to the ground. Then all around the garden, more carrots began to squeeze out of the ground. Janie grabbed her pin and began to chase the carrots, popping them as fast as she could.
They're coming too fast. I'll keep popping them, but you must go and find us some help.
Janie ran down the road. There she found the beaver still pulling his log.
Please, Beaver, the carrots in my garden are ripe, and I need help popping them before they all fly away.
"Oh, I'm sorry," said the beaver. "It's taking me so long to drag this log home, I'll barely have time to finish my dam."
Oh, dear me.
She ran farther down the road. Soon she found the squirrel still carrying his acorns.
Please, Speckled Squirrel, I need help popping my carrots before they all fly away.
"Well, I can't help," said the squirrel. "It's taking me so long to carry these acorns, I won't have enough time to store them.
Oh, my! I must find someone to help me.
Janie ran farther down the road. Soon she met the skunk, still struggling with his load of bulbs.
Please, Stripey Skunk, I need some help popping my carrots before they all fly away.
I'm sorry, said the skunk, but it's taking me so long to push my wheelbarrow home, I'll barely have time to plant these bulbs.
What am I going to do? No one will help me.
She ran back to the garden. There she saw an awful sight.
Oh, it's no use. We're going to lose all the vegetables unless we get some more help.
Suddenly, Janie and Rick Rack heard popping noises behind them. They turned around, and there was the stripy skunk, the speckled squirrel, and the bandy beaver. Why, they all had hat pins in their hands and were popping the floating vegetables just as fast as they could. It was a wonderful sound. Finally, it was all over. Giant carrots lay all over the garden. Janie, Rick Rack, and their friends sat down to rest. They were tired and out of breath.
Thank you for coming to help, especially since you all have so much work of your own to do.
Yes, why did you help us? I wasn't willing to help you.
Well, I know what it's like to have a lot of work, said the skunk. And it's nice to get some help. That's right, said the squirrel. It's more important to help our neighbors than to do only our own work.
You were right, Rick Rack. Caring for others is the best thing to do.
You've reaped a big harvest today, Janie, and I'm not just talking about carrots.
I know what you mean. Let's get some sleep now. Tomorrow, we'll all help plant the skunk's flower bulbs and store the squirrel's acorns and fill the beaver's dam.
Rick Rack found a soft quilt and covered Janie from the cool night air. Then, as they all drifted off to sleep, he whispered,
Pleasant dreams.
"Oh, you've met a girl named Janie, and she has learned what's true, to always do for others what love would always do."